I'm sad. I'm really sad about this. I don't think I'm gonna like this room regardless because this room is just not made for two Sims, but there's no other bedroom to use, so I don't have a choice. Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah and welcome to another Sims 4 kids bedroom renovation video that is very themed. This is all for my Occult Baby challenge because as we're having more different occult children, we're exploring different themes that come with those kids. So I'm very excited today to tell you that we are going to be renovating a kid's bedroom to be Spellcaster themed, very magical and witchy. We're just gonna see what happens. So with that being said, let's jump into The Sims 4 and renovate a children's bedroom to be Spellcaster themed. Alright you guys, here we have our spellcasters. They are both currently infants, so brand new little babies. We have a baby boy named Salem, and then we have a baby girl named Sabrina. She doesn't look very impressed at the moment. It's totally fine. I did forget to mention that we have twins for our spellcaster children. And at the moment, we actually only have one bedroom free in the Occult Baby Challenge house, which we have previously used to be the bedroom for the child of the tragic clown. And we most recently used it as the bedroom for the child of the island elementals. Isla, who was living in this room, moved out in the last episode of the Occult Baby Challenge. All of the other bedrooms we have are currently being used. We're gonna try our best to take this bedroom, which is one of the smallest bedrooms in the house, and make it set not only for a spellcaster, but for two spellcasters. I might keep the bed, and I might keep the guitar, but everything else I think I'm going to delete. I don't think I'm gonna keep everything else, so let's remove all of this stuff and see how much money we are going to have, which will be interesting to see because I want to use a lot of the Realm of Magic stuff in this bedroom, and the Realm of Magic beds and stuff are quite expensive, so it's gonna be interesting, right? Let's just see how we go. We have 20,178 simoleons. That is the biggest budget we have ever had for one of these videos, and I'm really excited. First of all, straight away, I just need to get our wooden floors back, right? Like, we need to get rid of the sand, spend some money on getting our wooden floors back because we don't need sandy floors anymore in here. I think I would like to keep this brick wall here as the feature wall and maybe change the wallpaper for the rest of the room. Now, I don't know if we've got any wallpaper that comes with Realm of Magic. Let me just have a look really quick, okay? We do, okay. I should have known that we would. Okay, so we've got this Enchanting Dainty Daisy. It's not quite the vibe. We've also got some tile and then two different kinds of brick. This wallpaper is just not quite the vibe that I was hoping for because yes, we are going to be doing magic theme, but it's also a kid's bedroom, so I want it to kind of look a little bit childlike magical, right? And this just isn't childlike to me. So I had a feeling that I might be struggling with wallpaper. So I also thought that maybe I could go with the conventional confetti. This is my absolute favorite wallpaper in the entire game. I absolutely love this wallpaper. It has such whimsy to me. It looks like sparkles. All of the swatches are pretty good, although we really could use some more in some more different color swatches would be fantastic. But I am thinking of using this conventional confetti, and I guess the color that I use will depend on the color of the furniture that I go with, but I am just gonna get one swatch of that because that just looks like twinkly lights and I love that. It looks like sparkles, it looks like twinkles. I'm happy with that. I think we need to look at beds and establish a color scheme amongst the furniture we're going to be using in this bedroom. So let's have a look at the Realm of Magic beds because they're super pretty. So for a single bed, which is what we're gonna have to do, we've got the one single bed, the Mind's Eye twin bed. Let's get it out and we'll have a look at the swatches. So we've got this like very foresty green. The child of the plant sim is going to use a lot more of this foresty looking stuff. I want it to look very whimsical and very magical, okay? Oh, the swatch is going to let me down. The swatches are going to let me down. Really, seriously, the swatches of this bed are going to be that disappointing? because the swatches on the double bed are incredible, actually. Like, look at this. I think it's the canopy. The canopy is what makes it look so good. But this is the kind of whimsical vibe that I was expecting to have with the single bed. And as a matter of fact, this single bed is not really giving me whimsy at all. So this is just really disappointing for me. I'm actually gonna look and see if there's a bed that's not Realm of Magic related that I think would fit better for a vibe. I found a lot of options, right? So straight away, the Realm of Magic bed is not giving me the kind of whimsy that I am feeling. Now, these two are the same bed, just in a different swatch, and it's the print that's on the bedspread and the wicker frame that gives me very whimsy. And then these two are the same bed, just a different swatch. This one I love because it has like the different plants and flowers, and we see a lot of that in Realm of Magic when it comes to ingredients for potions, so I love that. And then the colors in this one give me kind of whimsy. There's love hearts on what look like little flowers. I really like that. And then these three are all the same bed, just in different swatches. And the fact that they're canopy with the curtains gives me incredibly whimsy. Oh, I think I know what bed I want to choose, and I don't know if it's going to be a popular choice with you guys. I don't know if you're going to like it or not. See, I really wish that the Realm of Magic single bed was a canopy bed like the double bed version is. So because of that, it's gonna be one of the canopy beds. I'm gonna get rid of the high school years beds. And I think you can probably already tell if I'm looking at the purple swatch of this, I think you can already tell which swatch I'm probably gonna want to use of the bed. There is absolutely nothing magical about the prints on these beds at all. Nothing magical. The whimsy comes from the fact that they are canopy beds. That's really where the whimsy comes from. But there's only one of these swatches here that matches the purple of the wallpaper, and it's the purple with the black. I don't know if that's going to be a popular choice, but I just think that looks really pretty together. I actually was thinking of placing one of the beds here and the other bed here in this little alcove. I think I would like to try and use as much Realm of Magic in the rest of this bedroom as I possibly can to try and give it that Realm of Magic vibe. Hold on, before I do this, maybe I should have a look at the skills that are required, because for each child of the Occult Baby Challenge, they have to fulfill some requirements before they're able to move out of the house. So let's take a look at that. And I have a feeling I already know what it is, and it's actually not skill related at all. It's not. For a spellcaster, they just have to learn 5 spells. So that's totally fine, because they're not going to require gaining any skills. I don't need to put specific skill furniture in here. I just need to try and make this look like a kid's bedroom that's rather magical, is the vibe. So because of that, I can put things like a desk in here. We've got the Will-o'-the-Wisp desk. It's just about trying to find a color swatch that's going to match, but I can put one of them in here. I do also want to get a cauldron as well. Now, this is something I haven't mentioned yet in the Occult Baby Challenge, so if you're here from my Occult Baby Challenge, you're getting the scoop right now. I actually want to have one of these kids learn 5 spells, and then I want to have the other one of these kids learn 5 potions. I know that the requirement says learn 5 spells, but because we've got 2 spellcasters, I don't really want them to do the exact same gameplay. So I thought the way to work around that would be having one of them learn 5 spells and one of them learn 5 potions. That way we're getting good use of the Realm of Magic gameplay, both aspects of it. So that's the scoop. So I do want to get a cauldron as well. We're kind of going with a purple color scheme, so I want to get this one. It's not going to fit in here, but I think I am going to include it in this budget, and I'm going to put it outside upstairs. We've got this great big patio space. I've put the hot tub from the mermaid's bedroom here as well, and we're going to use this space to have our cauldron so that we can make potions in there. We really don't have a lot more room though is interesting. The layout of this room has always been interesting, but trying to have 2 different beds in here makes it even more interesting, right? Oh, how I would love to use the Crystal Garden Hearth in here. Like, that just gives me super whimsical vibes. I love it. I definitely think I want to use it in here. And this is why I'm sad that I have to use this bedroom shape, because there's no other bedrooms, because I want to include things like the incantation escritoire and the classic apothecary cabinet and even like the spellbound bookcases, but we do not have the space in here for any of it. And I'm kind of devastated about it, unless the only other thing I can think of is switching this around and putting the beds like this. Then we've got a little bit more space, but it doesn't quite work. They're too cramped together. So, I'm sad. I'm really sad about this. I don't think I'm gonna like this room regardless, because this room is just not made for two Sims, but I don't have a choice because there is nowhere else for any of this to go. There's no other bedroom to use, so I don't have a choice.
Hey! Did you know that 70% of you watching right now are not subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you'd like to see some fun Sims 4 gameplay, some Sims 4 Creator Sim videos, some build videos, and even some gameplay of The Sims past, then hit the subscribe button down below and join my wonderful little community of Triceratops. But with that being said, let's get back into the video.
I have spent literally 10 minutes rearranging, changing layouts. This is what I've come up with so far. So we've got the two beds, the bookshelves over here, our beautiful fireplace, and a desk. And then upstairs, we've got our cauldron outside here, and also we've got the potions cabinet here, so we can put potions in there. Do I love this? No. The only thing I love about this is having this fireplace against the brick wall. That is the only thing that I enjoy about this. I'm just really sad at having to have the beds against the windows. So no, 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 yes, yes, yes. I'm going back to this because this I love. I love this. This is fantastic. I think this is very cute. And having a divider between the two beds, even if it means that there is nothing in this bedroom, I do not care. We could still get a desk. We could get one of the desks that are the single tile desks, like this one or like this one. This one from Parenthood has this really pretty cherry blossom swatch on it, and I think that would be very whimsical, so I would like to put that. I might even chuck that just on the end here, so we can still get like a little computer or something. Let me just have a look at what we've got in the inventory. Yeah, this one, the aesthetically portable tablet, would be totally fine. We'll just change the swatch of it to a different swatch. This one with the purple flowers will do absolutely fine. It's fine. The chair is not quite the right vibe though, but we do have chairs that come with Realm of Magic, right? That have this really pretty pattern on it. So I think that would be totally fine to use as a little desk spot there. Now, we've got a few options for dividers in here. This Forested Oasis room divider gives me that kind of whimsy that I'm looking for, right? It's got little twinkly lights and like photos on there, like pictures. That's really pretty. Another one I thought of was the Birch Tree room divider. It also has a kind of whimsy to it, but maybe it's not quite the right vibe for this bedroom, that's all. See, honestly, I don't think I need to look at another. I think this is exactly what I am looking for to divide the beds and give some space between these two beds. I love that, thank you. It's the Science of Magic print series. We've got this one that has some potion bottles. And then this one also has some like plants and some animals and stuff. I reckon we could put two of them there. I reckon that would be really nice to have. I would love to find another print or something to fill the rest of this wall. Just because it leans right up against a bed, it's interesting, right? But there needs to be something on that wall. But I'm gonna let that go for a minute. I want to get some like nightstands, some bedside tables. We do have one from Realm of Magic. And I know that we've got this little funky light from Realm of Magic as well. This table light, the Crystal of the Air. I want to get that too. Maybe it needs to be like a wall plant, because we're very grey and purple and little pops of colour, but I feel like some greenery in here would be amazing. So maybe it's not a picture I'm looking for, maybe it's a wall plant. Let's see what we can come up with. There's not going to be any in Realm of Magic, okay? But we're just going to have a look. This is the wall plant I was thinking of, right? Thanks, I hate it. It just, because this does not work. Quite honestly, that just does not work. The other thing I thought I could use would be like this little vine thing. It's so thin, our Sims would still be able to walk beside it, and it fills the wall a little bit. But it gives me more plant sim vibes than it does magic vibes, right? Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like there's such a fine line, and I've mentioned this before in previous videos when doing like the robot room. There was a fine line between futuristic robot and futuristic alien. We are treading such a fine line between whimsical magic, whimsical fairy, whimsical plant sim. It is such a fine line between those three, and I don't want to cross it. There won't be anything that comes with Realm of Magic, right? We already know that the art and stuff that comes with Realm of Magic is incredibly limited. But I'm thinking maybe Life and Death could have some mystical looking stuff, or High School Years could have some mystical looking stuff. Maybe even like the Crystal Creations stuff pack, actually. I've just thought about that because they have some like lunar alignment prints, and that could work. That kind of stuff could work. Okay, I think I kind of hit the jackpot a little bit. These tarot prints that come with Life and Death, they all give magical vibes. I know a little bit about tarot, not much about tarot, right? But this gives me like Three of Wands vibes. This is a wand though, so it works in here perfectly. We've got this like mystical eye here. This looks like a night wraith to me, which is very Realm of Magic and is actually going to be very topical coming up soon in my Occult Baby challenge. So maybe we could put these prints on the wall, and that at least covers the wall a little bit. I'm still not done. I'm still looking. I just am really stoked to have found them thanks to Life and Death. So it would also make sense that they would have some like crystal information, right? And I also found these cute little floral decals that I've just put at the bottom of that brick wall. I think that's really pretty, actually. I feel a whole lot better about this space. Finding those tarot card prints really was a massive win for this space. With some little twinkly lights up the top there, I think that's really cute. Is it perhaps looking a little bit too cluttered? Maybe, but it's a whole lot better than a big blank empty wall that we had just a moment ago. So I'm happy with that. Moving on to this side of the room, because all of a sudden this side of the room is looking incredibly bare, right? We do have this Spill the Tea Leaves dresser that I could get to go right here, and then we could even put something on top of that and above that on the wall. Now I did have something out just before, but I did get rid of it because I thought it was too much. It is this dryer plants dryer, which comes with Realm of Magic, and this is like hanging plants to dry to be able to use in potions. Maybe if I size it down by 1, maybe then it doesn't look like too much, because I actually originally had 1 in each color going up this wall, but that might be a bit much, right? Is that a bit much? Are we looking a bit cluttered? But would that be a bad thing? Like I said, it's a better than feeling like this space is very empty. And yeah, I actually kind of like that. So I'm gonna go with that, okay? So moving over here, I definitely think I need to get some curtains for this bedroom. Now, we do not have any curtains that are going to work with these windows from Realm of Magic. They're really bad. I actually do not like the Realm of Magic curtains at all. I just don't like them. So I want to come up with a vibe that is very whimsical, but is not whimsical fairy and is not whimsical plant sim, is whimsical spellcaster is the vibe, okay? So these are 3 options that I've thought about. These are all come with the High School Years pack. We've looked at this print before on a bed and decided against it. I've thought about using it here because it ties in the black that we're seeing on the beds, but I think it's just a little bit too intense for this space. So it's probably not going to be this one. So then it's going to be between these 2, I think. Now, this one is interesting because we've got some of the purples that we're seeing here. It might be a bit too light for this space. This one I like because we've got a lot of grey furniture in here. It also includes like the flowers and the plants, like I mentioned, on the bedspread from High School Years that we ended up not using. So I think I'm going to go with those curtains, actually, because it gives me the best of all the worlds, of every single world. Beautiful. I kind of like that. I think it's nice. I don't think it's too overbearing for this space. What I might do is get a little rug to put underneath the bed. It'll be just probably a little round rug. It doesn't have to be anything amazing. I am thinking of one in particular from High School Years though. It's a little bit too small at its normal size. If I size it up, it becomes a little bit too big, because of course it does. Let me see if I can find a round rug that's going to be right. Some questions for your consideration. I will actually take your opinion on this to heart. I want your opinion on the rug choices. I've got 4. Okay, 4 different rugs. They're all the same rug from Realm of Magic, just different swatches. So this is option number 1. Let me know whether you like option number 1 in this space. Okay, this is number 2. Let me know if you like option number 2 in this space, or is it too dark, was my one query. This is option number 3. Is it too bland, is my question. Let me know what you think. And this is option number 4. I personally am leaning more towards option number 4 because we've got a very purple color scheme in here. I think the rug is ornate enough where it fills the space and looks nice, but it doesn't take away from the space. But I also am impartial to option number 1 as well. I like option number 1 or option number 4. Let me know in the comments down below what you think works best for this space, and I will go with that option, okay? It's looking a little bit bland over here though, because we still have 7,308 simoleons, which is fantastic. It does mean we've spent 13,000 simoleons on this bedroom, which is crazy.
Eventually.
You guys, how much better does this look? So with some shelving surrounding the fireplace, I did put some plants to have some greenery. I've got 2 magic wand display boxes, some more crystal stuff, and a little chair. I feel like that looks so much better. It might be looking a little bit whimsy in a different direction, but I needed something to fill that space. There wasn't going to be enough physical decor to fill that space, so some plants. You can't go wrong with plants. And it's okay. I've decided it's okay to have perhaps a little bit more enchanted by nature looking whimsy, because fairies are going to probably do some kind of their own kind of magic, and spellcasters do their own kind of magic. So it's magic still. I really like the vibe though. I think that looks so cute, and it's helped to really tie this room together. I would perhaps like to find maybe one thing to put right here. I put the little cow plant hanging plant over on this side, and I really like that. But one more thing to go in this spot, and I think then we'll be totally done. Now, I know this one doesn't come with Realm of Magic, it comes with werewolves. Fits in perfectly with this vibe though. I'm really, really happy with that. I think that's this bedroom done. And we do still have 5,037 simoleons. This vibe right here, super cute. I love this. I think it's really pretty. And then from this side of the room as well, oh my goodness, yes, I love the vibe. Very, very cute for our 2 little spellcasters. And considering how angry I was at the beginning of this video when it was all going wrong, it just shows sometimes you just gotta take your time and just see what happens, okay? Trust the process. This was definitely a trust the process for our spellcaster's bedroom. But you guys, that's all I've got for this video of renovating a kid's bedroom to be spellcaster themed. Now the next one is going to be really interesting, right? Because it's actually going to be ghost themed. And how do you do a ghost? Well, I actually have a vision in my brain for that one. So I'm excited to share that with you. If you would like to see a kid's bedroom be renovated to be ghost themed, or any other Sims content that I've got coming your way, then hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below, and leave me a comment as well. Leave me the magic wand emoji in the comments down below to let me know that you got this far in the video, you enjoyed watching this spellcaster's bedroom come to life, and you would like to see a ghost's bedroom get renovated, and what that's gonna actually mean. But guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!